Hi, welcome to another episode of MYD Global. I'm your host, Leanne Hackman-Carty. When natural disasters hit, oftentimes it's people living in the most vulnerable communities that get hit the hardest. Most times, too, they don't have very resilient homes. Today's episode, I'm speaking with Sarah Haas. She's with Enterprise Community Partners. She's running a program called Keep Safe Miami. It's a tool that you can do online in order to make sure that your home is as resilient as possible. So stay tuned as I talk to Sarah about the program and how you may be able to access some of its resources. Hey Sarah, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, so today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a program that you're launching very soon. But before we get started, can you tell the audience just a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am a director with Enterprise Community Partners. It's a national affordable housing nonprofit. Been with Enterprise just shy of 7 years and have a master's in city and regional planning from Georgia Tech, which led me to my work in affordable housing. And I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Excellent. So you're going to be launching a program through Enterprise, and it's called Keep Miami or Keep Safe Miami. Can you tell me a little bit about the program?
Sure. So we have developed this program, Keep Safe Miami, in partnership with the city of Miami. And it's focused completely on the resilience of affordable multifamily buildings. As you know, Miami is an area that's at risk of hurricanes, as well as due to climate change and sea level rise. And at a time when across the country, and especially in Miami, we have significant shortages of affordable housing. We're not producing enough, and we're not preserving enough, we're losing affordability. We need to also look at potential loss of affordable housing due to risks such as, again, hurricanes and sea level rise, such as wind damage, flooding, issues with residents' health due to extreme heat. And so we have developed this program to help property owners actually go in themselves and assess their buildings to determine where they have risks and how they might actually mitigate those risks through various actions and capital improvements.
So is it a checklist they would go through to say, okay, let's look at our foundation, let's look at our shingles, let's look at our drainage? Is that the type of thing that they would be looking at?
So the program actually has kind of two steps. The first, Enterprise has a portfolio tracker tool called Portfolio Protect. I, as a property owner, can go and enter my address. So even like if you live in a single family home in the US, you can go in and enter your address. Anybody can. And you'll get a risk score based on a variety of factors. So you can say, okay, I have 5 properties I own in Miami, put them in the tool. Wow, these 2 are the highest risk associated with things like flooding, for example. I can then take those, put them into the Keep Safe Miami tool, which will be an online application. And basically it's a questionnaire, I think around 60 questions, where you will answer questions just like that. So around, water intrusion, around whether or not you've got impact windows, if your roof is up to code, things of that nature. As well as to things like ventilation and air quality. So in times of COVID, it's more important than ever before. Lead-based paint, things of that nature. So we're also looking at health in terms of resilience. And then the tool will actually produce a report which says, here are your identified risks. Here are the strategies we recommend. And within those strategies, we feel these rise to the level of critical. These are maybe less critical in terms of health and safety, but important. And then also we rank them from a complexity standpoint and a cost standpoint in ranges, right? So kind of just to give you a feel for which are higher cost versus lower cost, which is really important because paying for mitigation is actually really challenging. There's very little money out there for this work.
And are you partnering at all with insurance companies? Because I would think that if I mitigate a certain element of my house, my insurance should go down.
Right. We actually have not yet. However, they are recognized as a potential really important partner. And, part of this work is we have to actually get property owners to use the tool, right? And so part of the kind of impetus and motivation is around things like insurance because costs are only going up right now. And so where property owners, it's a real benefit for them, addresses their bottom line, not only health and safety of the residents, but also obviously this is essentially a business, even if you're a nonprofit. And so that bottom line is really critical.
So how are you going to get the message out? Is if I was, say, a homeowner there, are you going to be sending it with my property tax bill, or are you going to be just like on the radio, on the TV? How am I going to find out about this program?
So we are actually targeting owners of multifamily properties specifically. So we're talking apartment buildings, smallest being, let's say a quad, 4 units and up, right, of properties. And right now we are partnering with 2 nonprofits in Florida, the South Florida Community Development Coalition and the Florida Housing Coalition, to really help us get the word out to partners. And they're doing that in a variety of ways, through newsletters, through a website, through sharing information on various trainings and events, obviously all happening virtually because of COVID. In addition, we'll be doing a press release along with the City of Miami and our funders to get the word out through the media. And then when we do our launch event in February, we'll actually be broadcasting in a variety of channels, including Facebook Live and the City of Miami's channel. So looking to get it out through a variety of mechanisms, because we want to all, engage our kind of more traditional affordable housing owners. There's this whole other subset of owner, which might own a smaller property, let's say 8 to 10 units, older properties in culturally significant neighborhoods of Miami. That we also want to make sure we reach, because we think those properties could very much so be at risk. They're older, they're well before kind of current code and may not have had updates. And so it'll be really important that we also get the word out through media.
Yeah, that's great. So is there an intent that after Miami's kicked off that you would try to be replicating the program elsewhere, like Keep Safe, say Houston or LA or wherever?
There is definitely a hope. Yeah, so Enterprise is a national organization. We have 11 different market offices across the country. And in addition, do work in other parts of the country through national initiatives. We are very much so interested in determining kind of where we take this tool next. The tool is actually based off of work that was started by Lori Schumann in New York and DC. So they actually have resilience audit tools in those 2 cities as well. And this work is built off of that, with us ensuring, of course, that we're taking Miami specific data and hazards into consideration. However, the great part about the tool we've developed here is the idea that it is kind of a DIY, right? You don't have to engage an engineer to help you run the tool. You might in future steps, right, when you're actually trying to develop work scopes and figure out what you're doing, but that takes some of the cost out and enables it to really be replicable and scalable. So we do indeed have interest in taking it elsewhere. We're looking at that with our national team and also having conversations with folks in Florida. And that's why it's great that we have partners with a statewide focus like Florida Housing Coalition that can help us with those connections.
Yeah, that's great. So your event in February when you kick off, what's the date again?
Sure. So it is February 16th at 11 a.m. It will be a Zoom event, as well as on Facebook Live, and again, that City of Miami channel. We do have registration up on our website, and I can share that link with you. Yeah. And we're definitely interested in folks signing on. We'll have the mayor of the City of Miami as well as a panel of folks with resilience and affordable housing expertise sharing more about their experiences.
That's great. Well, I will share that link on the video below, and as well as your landing page that you'll be having for the program, so people can get in touch with you to learn more. Perfect. And is there anything else you want to mention before we wrap up?
I think that's it. We're just really excited to get this program off the ground. I think there's real opportunity to impact the affordable housing stock in Miami, and like you said, and then beyond. So look forward to starting this work in Miami this year, and then who knows where in 2022.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, Sarah. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you. I appreciate it.